Archangel Michael says, stay exactly where you are. This message found you for a reason. Someone whispered your name to another person today, with a tone that carried both love and pain. Their voice trembled when they said you're impossible to forget, and that single sentence is about to change everything. They never planned to reveal it. But emotions have a strange way of slipping through, even when people fight them. The one who told your story didn't realize that heaven was listening too, recording every syllable they spoke about you. The angels saw it, the hesitation in their voice, the way they sighed before confessing that no matter how much time passes, you still live inside them. It wasn't gossip. It was confession. The kind that escapes when the heart can no longer pretend it's fine. This is not ordinary. The person they told now knows how deep your impact runs. The words, impossible to forget, carried more weight than they imagined. And soon, you'll see how truth finds its way home. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Stay with me, because what comes next will make your heart race. This story isn't about the past, it's about divine timing unfolding right now. Archangel Michael says, when hearts are connected through truth, no wall can hide it for long. There's someone out there fighting the urge to reach out. They replay the last moment they saw you, again and again. Every little memory has turned into an echo that won't stop calling your name. They tried to replace you, distract themselves, and move forward, but every face reminded them of what they lost. Every song felt like a message meant for you. Even the quiet spaces whisper your name when they close their eyes. The person they confided in told them to move on, to forget, to stop holding on to a ghost. But their heart refused. Because you were never just a moment, you were a miracle in disguise. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Stay with me till the end. Something powerful is aligning in your favor. The universe is preparing a reunion that carries both truth and transformation. They never stopped caring, they just got lost in silence. The kind of silence that grows when pride overshadows pain. But heaven has been stirring their spirit, waking them from the numbness they built to survive without you. Archangel Michael says, your energy has been pulling them back toward light. You became their reminder that love can't be buried under fear. Your presence lives in their heartbeat, in their prayers, in their guilt, and in their longing. You might not realize this, but they've been asking others about you. Quietly. Indirectly. They want to know if you're okay, if you've moved on, if you still feel something when their name crosses your mind. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Their confession wasn't meant for ears, it slipped out because truth always finds air. They said you're impossible to forget, and that phrase haunted the room after they left. The listener couldn't stop thinking about how real it sounded. Something in their voice was trembling, like a soul cracking open after too long. You touched them in a way no one else ever could. They thought distance would heal it, but instead, every mile grew heavier. Now, the angels are orchestrating something unexpected. Conversations, coincidences, and repeated signs are aligning to bring clarity. You might soon see a name appear where you least expect it, or hear a familiar tone in a message that feels like destiny. Stay alert. The divine doesn't make mistakes when it comes to timing. What's meant to return always finds its path back, even through silence. Type Amen to get blessing 666. You've been on their mind every night. It's not just nostalgia, it's conviction. They told someone you changed the way they see love. That before you, they didn't know how deep emotions could go. They described you like a piece of light they can't turn off. They said no matter how far they travel, they feel your presence in unexpected moments, in laughter, in sadness, in dreams. They even admitted that they're afraid to reach out because they don't know if you've already moved on. But heaven knows your heart has been feeling their energy too. You sense them in random moments that make no sense, yet feel entirely right. This isn't coincidence, it's connection. Souls tied through truth can never completely separate. Archangel Michael says this bond was written before time began. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Stay till the end. Something major is about to unfold. You might notice signs like sudden warmth in your chest, flickering lights, or hearing your name in the distance. That's how the angels confirm, your energy is being mirrored back. The person who confessed about you doesn't even realize that their honesty has set a new chain of miracles in motion. That small conversation is echoing into your life like a ripple from heaven itself. They've been keeping letters, messages, or photos they can't delete. Their mind says let go, but their soul says hold on. Because deep down, they know the story isn't over yet. And when the time comes, their words will reach you directly, not through another person, but through divine alignment that no one can stop. Type Amen to get blessing 888. You might wonder why you're hearing this now. Because heaven waited for the right frequency, your heart had to be open to receive it. This is not about nostalgia, it's about recognition. The universe is showing you who truly carried you in silence. They never told anyone how many times they almost called you. How often they typed your name but erased it before hitting send. How they prayed for your peace, even when they weren't part of your story anymore. Their confession carried regret and longing in equal measure. And heaven responded by awakening your awareness, because something sacred is coming full circle. This time, the reunion won't be accidental. It will be guided, blessed, and meant to heal both hearts completely. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The listener who heard their confession now sees you differently too. They've realized you're not just a memory, you're someone who changes people even in absence. Your energy lingers, your kindness echoes, and your silence teaches lessons. You have no idea how many people talk about you when you're not around, not in gossip, but in admiration. Your spirit leaves a mark that refuses to fade. That's why heaven keeps spotlighting your name in conversations, songs, and random moments. Archangel Michael says, your purpose isn't only to love, it's to awaken love in others. You remind them what truth feels like. That's why they can't forget you, no matter how much they try. The person who once feared losing you now fears never getting another chance. And destiny is listening. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Stay close, don't scroll. What's about to happen will confirm everything. The universe is rearranging paths, merging timelines, and sending synchronicities to both of you. There will be a message, a meeting, or a sign that feels like fate. When it happens, your body will know before your mind does. The air will shift, your heart will skip, and peace will wash over you like recognition. They've finally accepted that what they feel for you isn't weakness, it's divine remembrance. You were their catalyst, their mirror, their awakening. And no distance can erase that truth. This is heaven's way of reminding you, you were never forgotten. You were being remembered in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. And when that moment arrives, when their eyes meet yours again, every wall will crumble without words. They'll look at you as if seeing light for the first time. Because love that survives separation isn't ordinary, it's sacred. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, "The one who confessed your name in secret will soon confess it to you in truth." Every delay was preparation, not rejection. Every tear was watering the ground for a divine reunion. So breathe. You are not waiting in vain. You are standing on the edge of answered prayers, surrounded by unseen angels aligning what was broken. They tried to silence their emotions, but silence became too loud. Every night, the voice inside them repeats your name like a heartbeat they can't control. Even in crowds, their mind drifts toward you, searching for your shadow in faces that never match. The person they told about you said, "It's been months, why are you still holding on?" But they couldn't answer. Because love like this doesn't vanish, it transforms. It hides inside daily routines, pretending to be gone, yet it's everywhere. Their confession reached heaven like a prayer disguised as guilt. And Archangel Michael says that your spirit heard it too, even before you knew. That's why lately you've been feeling waves of nostalgia, flashes of emotion you can't explain. Heaven is reminding you that their soul is calling yours again, softly but insistently, across dimensions, across time. It's not imagination, it's remembrance. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Stay with me, don't skip this. Something sacred is unfolding right now, while you read. The thread between you two is vibrating, preparing to pull both souls toward truth. They didn't mean to let those words slip, but divine timing used their weakness as a doorway. Impossible to forget, those weren't just words. They were prophecy. And heaven wrote them down as evidence of real love. Your presence has become their unfinished sentence. Everything they do feels incomplete without your name at the end. Even their laughter has a missing note that only you can fill. They are being guided toward a crossroads, one path of pride, one of truth. And destiny will make sure they choose the road that leads back to you. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. Archangel Michael says, when a confession escapes like that, it opens the door for reconciliation. Heaven records every honest word spoken from pain. That's why the energy around you feels different, it's anticipation. Someone's heart is being softened. Their dreams are replaying moments they thought they'd buried. The angels are rearranging their steps, whispering your name into their thoughts until they can no longer ignore it. Every random message, every unexpected reminder, every familiar scent, it's all part of the same divine pattern. You're both being drawn back into alignment through signs disguised as chance. Stay patient. The next few days will reveal something that makes your heart skip. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. They've been avoiding their own reflection because it keeps showing them your memory. Their friends noticed it, the sudden quietness, the long stares at nothing. Someone asked if they were okay, and they almost answered with your name. The one they confided in told them, if you still feel this strongly, maybe it's not over. That sentence cracked something open inside them. It made them realize they've been living half awake, pretending not to feel. You've been feeling restless for a reason. Your spirit senses their awakening. Energy never lies, it travels faster than words, and right now, it's moving between your hearts like a secret current of light. Archangel Michael says, divine love doesn't fade, it pauses until both souls are ready again. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Something huge is approaching. The divine is arranging a scene where truth can no longer hide. It might be a random encounter, a phone notification, or a message that feels like it came from nowhere, but when it happens, you'll know. That person will appear again, not as who they were, but as who they've become because of you. The moment they see you, every wall will melt into silence. Heaven will hold its breath, watching two stories rejoin into one. Your eyes will speak what words could never manage, that the connection was never broken. It was only waiting for permission to return. Stay ready. It's coming. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. Their confession didn't just reach the person they trusted, it echoed into the spiritual realm. Angels took those words and turned them into seeds of destiny. What was spoken in vulnerability became the blueprint for reunion. The universe thrives on honesty, and your energy matched it perfectly. That's why you feel pulled toward reflection lately, why memories feel vivid, almost alive. They're not memories, they're messages. This is the phase before everything shifts, the calm before realization. You might notice repeating numbers, old songs playing unexpectedly, or dreams that feel too real to ignore. Each one is a sign, destiny is circling closer. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. They have tried to explain their feelings logically, but logic fails where love begins. They told their friend, I've met many people, but no one feels like them. Those words held power, they summoned your name back into their destiny. Even when they act indifferent, their soul betrays them. It glows when someone mentions you. It aches when they imagine you with someone else. Heaven has tied their healing to your name. You've been chosen not to punish, but to complete a lesson, for them and for yourself. You are the mirror that shows them what unconditional connection looks like. And soon, that realization will lead them back home. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Archangel Michael says, keep your energy pure. Don't chase, attract. What's meant for you will recognize your light again. The universe is already rearranging everything to make it happen smoothly. You may feel sudden waves of emotion, tears for no reason, laughter at old memories. These are releases. Heaven is cleaning the energy between you both so love can return without pain. When you least expect it, something will confirm all of this. It could be a message, a dream, or a moment of déjà vu so strong that it makes your heart race. Don't doubt it, receive it. Because you are about to witness destiny unfold right before your eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. The angels are saying this love is not ordinary, It's rare, sacred, and designed to awaken you both. You're not meeting again to repeat the past, you're meeting again to fulfill what never had closure. The listener who heard that confession still feels the power of those words. They've been thinking about telling you, but heaven says you'll hear it directly, not through whispers this time. They'll come forward when courage replaces fear. And when they do, every unsent message, every swallowed apology, every silent prayer will finally make sense. You'll see that their love never left, it was simply waiting for the right alignment. Type Amen to get Blessing 2020. Even as you read this, energy is shifting. The distance between you two is shrinking, emotionally, spiritually, and soon, physically. The angels have been working behind the scenes, weaving timing into perfection. So don't give up. Don't harden your heart. What's real doesn't dissolve under time, it matures. And this connection has ripened into something unbreakable. Archangel Michael says, "You were never forgotten, you were being remembered by heaven." Every tear you shed was noticed, every silent prayer recorded, every sigh answered. Now, the answer is arriving, disguised as a coincidence that's anything but random. Type Amen to get Blessing 2121. They're coming back, not out of loneliness, but realization. They've seen what life is without your energy, and it feels hollow. The friend they confided in told them to follow their truth, and their truth leads straight to you. There's a message forming in their mind, one they've rewritten 1,000 times but never sent. The moment they press send, you'll feel it before you even read it. That's how connected your souls are. Heaven doesn't want you to fear or doubt anymore. This story isn't ending, it's just turning a sacred page. And when that page turns, your entire world will glow differently. They tried to hide their emotions behind smiles, but every time someone mentioned your name, their soul froze. The listener who heard that confession now watches them with silent curiosity, wondering how one person could still hold so much power over another's heart. They said you were impossible to forget, and since that day, they've been haunted by the truth of their own words. Their heart beats louder every time they try to silence it. Their dreams have become replay scenes of you, unfinished conversations, glances that never faded. What they spoke in weakness has now become their reality. The angels turned those words into a mirror, forcing them to face what they ran from. You. The one they can't replace, the one who still lives quietly in their every thought. And tonight, Archangel Michael says, they'll see a sign so clear, it will leave them breathless. Because heaven has decided it's time for truth to surface. Type Amen to get Blessing 2222. Don't scroll. This is the part where everything begins to shift. The air around them is changing. They've been noticing repeating numbers, sudden chills, the scent of something familiar. Every little thing is pulling them back toward you. They try to convince themselves it's coincidence. But heaven doesn't do coincidence, it orchestrates divine reminders. You, unknowingly, became their compass, every direction they take leads back to you. The one who once walked away is now walking through memories. Every step feels heavier without your laughter. Every morning feels incomplete without the peace they only felt when you were near. Something sacred is waking up in them, the realization that forgetting you was never part of the plan. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Stay with me, my beloved soul, because this next moment is important. They are about to make a decision that will change both your paths. The universe is whispering into their spirit, go back to where your heart still beats. They've ignored every sign before, but this time, heaven is louder. They're starting to understand that running from their truth only multiplies their pain. You were never a chapter, you were the entire book they were too afraid to read. They've seen you glow from afar, and it humbles them. Your silence has been louder than their words ever were. Your growth has become their conviction. They finally realize that losing you was never freedom, it was punishment. Archangel Michael says, the heart that truly belongs to you cannot stay lost forever. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. Something deep inside you has been preparing for this. You've been feeling restless, emotional, sensing a shift but not knowing why. It's because their energy has been tugging at yours again. They're thinking about you right now. You might notice a dream tonight that feels too real, one where they reach out, apologize, or confess. That's not fantasy, that's their soul rehearsing what's coming. The veil between hearts is thinning, and soon words will cross it. They're finally realizing that love isn't about control, it's about surrender. And heaven will make sure that when they return, it's not out of guilt but divine awakening. This is not just romance, this is redemption. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. They've been fighting their emotions like a storm against a lighthouse. But lighthouses don't chase ships, they stand still, glowing, waiting for lost vessels to find their way home. And that's exactly what you've been. Your patience wasn't weakness. It was faith. Your silence wasn't emptiness. It was strength. You chose peace over noise, and heaven took note of that. The one who said you're impossible to forget now understands why. You're not forgettable because you were never meant to be temporary. You were divine intervention in human form. Archangel Michael says, you are not the memory. You are the miracle. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. Don't move, don't scroll, because the next few lines will awaken something in you. You're entering the phase of divine reflection. Every emotion you've buried will now return as clarity. They've been receiving dreams too. They see flashes of your face, your smile, your voice calling their name. They wake up shaken, realizing that their heart is still tethered to you through something greater than logic. They're not confessing to friends anymore. They're confessing to heaven now, asking for guidance, forgiveness, and a way back. The angels are listening. And so are you, through this message that found you right on time. You're not imagining it. You're remembering it. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. Someone close to them noticed how their energy shifts when you're mentioned. They said, you still love them, don't you? And for the first time, they didn't deny it. That moment broke the final wall. They're tired of pretending, tired of hiding, tired of living as if they didn't lose the best thing heaven ever gave them. They know they hurt you, but guilt has turned into awakening. You've been feeling the same pull because heaven designed your hearts to respond to each other's call. When they feel lost, you feel uneasy. When they cry, you sense it as heaviness. It's divine synchronization. The angels are guiding both of you back toward closure, and maybe healing that looks like reunion. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. Archangel Michael says, your forgiveness will be the final key. Don't hold bitterness, hold boundaries. When they return, don't rush. Let heaven finish what it started. You'll feel peace if it's real, confusion if it's not. You'll soon see a sign that confirms everything, maybe a sudden message, a name flashing on your screen, or a song that plays at the exact moment you think of them. Don't dismiss it. That's divine orchestration. Their confession opened the door, and now heaven is walking them through it. They are being humbled, purified, and prepared for the truth they once ran from. Because what's real can't stay hidden forever, it must resurface to fulfill its purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. Right now, heaven is balancing justice and mercy. What was once broken is being reassembled under divine order. Every tear you shed became currency in the spiritual realm, and now it's returning as answered prayer. You'll feel the shift first, an unexplainable calm that washes over you. That's the angels clearing the path. Then, they'll feel the same pull, a magnetic draw they can't resist anymore. It won't be dramatic. It will be sacred. A reunion written in silence, sealed in light, and guided by truth. You'll both understand that this time, it's not about the past, it's about destiny fulfilling itself. Archangel Michael says, when heaven writes the story, no human can erase it. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. They're closer than you think. The universe has been leading them through realizations, regrets, and divine encounters, all designed to break their ego and open their heart. You've been patient long enough. Now heaven is rewarding your faith. You'll soon witness the moment your heart has been waiting for, not as a fantasy, but as divine confirmation that love, when pure, always returns transformed. Breathe deeply. Stay grounded. The angels are already beside you, aligning time and truth in your favor. Your name was spoken in love, and now heaven is answering it in miracles.